So one is your direct relationship with God. Two is how you perceive, how you receive that information to him, how you perceive the information, how you receive it, whether or not you accept what he tells you about yourself or reject it. And number three is how we project that to other people. Okay? So we're going to start with our relationship. Your relationship with God, how do you have that? You have that via prayer, meditation, reading his word, that time spent alone where you learn about the omnipotence of God, about the omnipresence of God. And let's just be real that if you really had to think about what omnipresence is, can you really do it? Omnipresence is everywhere all the time. Can you really do it if all of a sudden, oh, this pen was just everywhere all the time? It would be over in that corner, but it would be right there with her, but it would be on the tip of my nose. It would be in this chair, be in the palms of my hands, right? Omnipresence is huge. It's far more than what we can perceive it to be. Omnipotence is power, all powerful. Now, we've met people that seem powerful, but we don't know anybody omnipotent. In other languages, such as Hebrew, there are words that better express some of God's omnipotence and his omnipresence than we have. In Hebrew, there's a word hesed, that's love. And actually, I'm going to read you a little bit about hesed. It's completely and undeserved kindness and generosity, a faithful love, not romantic in action. It intervenes on the behalf of a loved one coming to the rescue. And you can see this fully in Isaiah 54:10 if you want to get a little bit of understanding. When people who speak the Hebrew language speak about hesed, when they go into their prayer closet, they are seeking that love. They're also seeking to increase their immunah, which is faith. It's to have faith to act so that you may intellectually know fully what's going to happen, okay? So, for example, you may know that if you go to the next level on a staircase, that there's something up there. But knowing it and not actually walking up those stairs doesn't produce you being on the next floor. That's your faith, okay? So you could be aware that faith without works is dead. You could be aware that you need to have faith. You could have heard about faith. You could have read about faith. But if you don't actually act on your faith, you're not going to get upstairs. So I'm aware that I need to have faith. I see the stairs there. I see the floor there. But I'm going to stand here and I'm going to hope to be on the next floor. Okay? Now, these are all things that are strengthened when we are alone in the presence of God, that we're still in the number one phase. Okay? We strengthen our understanding of his love for us. We strengthen our understanding of his immunah for us, and our faith, our immunah in him. The other thing that we experience is this ruach, which is Hebrew for breath, okay? And when you're talking about God and breath, they're talking about breathing in the Spirit of God in that private meditation time, breathing in the Spirit of God and exhaling praise. That is literally what ruach is. It's receiving God in his fullness. And exhale. It's not being in a room communing with my friends. There is time when you need to be alone in the presence of God, and nothing else will take that place of that alone time, that private time, that prayer time that you're having with him. And then, of course, when you're finished with that private time, you may have experienced shalom. And everybody probably has heard shalom. Shalom is peace. And we know the word talks about peace that surpasses all understanding. So if you have ever had a situation that worked your nerves, you were unsure of what move to make next, and suddenly you went and you spent some private time with your Lord, just some private time in his word, and you came away from that private time in full and total peace, complete peace, peace that made no sense. You know, the problem was still there. God had not yet resolved it, but you knew your trust, your faith. You'd had a breakthrough. You knew you could trust in him. That's shalom. Now I'm going to read to you about tefillah. Tefillah is prayer. Now when we think about prayer, we think about, I go to God, getting on my knees, I'm going to tell him about some problems that I have. Hopefully he's going to work that out. If you have real faith, you're like, I know he's going to work it out. You give him a list of things that are on your mind. Well, in Hebrew, tefillah is beyond talking to God about your issues. It's self-evaluating, examining yourself, comparing your actions and behaviors and your attitude toward God's holiness. Okay? So now,